Just close your eyes. Know the peace within.
There is nothing greater than you. You are the highest truth. There's no truth other than you. You are already the ultimate supreme. Your original state cannot be described. You are ever in eternal state beyond duality, and nothing has never happened to you. Even now, you are already the non-dual supreme. Yet, by not knowing your ultimate reality about yourself, now you are struggling, remaining tensed and depressed only about the duality show, which is not you. As you are yet to know your non-dual reality, you are continuously dragged down or identifying too much with the perceived movie, which is not you. You take the perceived movie to be yourself, in which so many objects are moving, so many forms are moving within space in duality, including your form. You are yet to know that you are more than the form. You are yet to know that you are already the non-dual observer. Just because you do not know about the exact reality about yourself, you are continuously dragged down by the perceived movie, which is not you. So, to remain undisturbed, unperturbed, first you must get rid of the movie, which is not you. You are yet to know the non-dual observer in you. You completely forgot that you are only the observer and not that observed. By not knowing that you are the observer and nothing has never happened to you, and you are ever in your original supreme state, you are continuously trapped. By what? By the perceived movie in which every object appears, moves, disappears, appears, moves, disappears. You give reality to whatever that is perceived within space, within duality, as you are yet to know that you are the non-dual observer just now. Just now, nothing has never happened to you. Your state cannot be explained. It is beyond beauty, beyond joy, beyond bliss. It is more than peace, cannot be explained. And nothing has never happened to you. But you are continuously worried about the movie which is perceived, which happens within duality, within space, and that too, that movie is not stationary, it is moving at a terrific speed in no time. Not knowing what all these objects are and how the objects are appearing and from where the objects are happening and how every object is appearing, moving and disappearing. You do not know, you remain totally ignorant about the perceived movie. You simply perceive a show and you take whatever perceived to be real because you are yet to know the source of the entire manifestation, entire happening, entire objects within space. Till you know the source of the entire perceived show, you remain tensed, you remain ignorant. There's no remedy for any of your suffering or struggling because there's no reality in it. You are giving reality to that which appears, moves and disappears because you are yet to know that which does not change, that which does not move and that which is ever present within you just now. See how ignorant you are, and you assume that by gathering knowledge about the duality within space, you have known everything. It is not so. Whatever you have known, whatever knowledge you have accumulated is only for the survival of the form. It is not you. The real knowledge is to know how everything happens within space, from where they all happen, how they appear, why they frequently changes at a greater speed, why not they remain stationary, and are they all real? Whatever perceived as an object is real. All these questions have to be solved by you because it is you who is the one observing the movie right now, just now. Who else observes other than you? You go on describe about whatever perceived or perceiving, but forget to know, you fail to know, you refuse to know that who is the observer of all such things. Who can observe other than you? The observer is prior to duality, observer is prior to movement, observer is prior to time, the observer is prior to all objects, prior to form, prior to words, and you are that just now. You are the highest truth, but you never know about the truth about yourself. Nothing never happens to you, but still you have so many stories about yourself and all the incidents or whatever that have been perceived within space. Because you accept everything to be real, as you are yet to know the reality within you, which is beyond duality. You can describe about things which are appearing, moving, and disappearing. How can you describe about that which does not appear, does not move, and does not change? It cannot be described. You remain totally ignorant about the observer in you, not knowing that nothing has never happened to you. You keep on worrying and spending your entire waking state only to remain worried because of the ignorance of yourself. Here, self means consciousness. Within duality, you come to know that you are through this form level identity. You come to know your presence through this form level identity, but you do not know how your I amness consciousness happens just now. How you know about your presence just now. I can say you are totally ignorant about yourself, about whatever that is expressed by the self in space, as you are yet to know the highest truth about yourself which prevails forever, which is beyond duality. You are yet to know the non-dual in you. Non-dual means there is no division, neither appearance nor disappearance, no object, no movement. Just now, you know the stillness within, which does not move, which does not change. This stillness indicates the highest truth in you. So to know about the highest truth in you, you must abide in the stillness, be with the stillness, because truth is also not moving and stillness is also not moving. So to know about the highest truth within you, you don't require any words, you don't require any time. Even no movement is required, just be with the stillness and know the stillness constantly. This stillness reveals all secret about yourself. Why not you abide here and observe silently which is preventing you? And who is here to prevent you? At the conscious level, very easily you can explore the truth about yourself. Because you are already conscious and your consciousness is already in the source. So very easily your consciousness can wake up. But your consciousness is unknowingly trapped by the personality level identities. So it is impossible to know the highest truth about yourself, which is beyond duality. Personalities, form level identities, and form level identities appear and disappear within space here in duality. Just now, you are the non-dual observer, just observing a movie where every object is moving spontaneously. You will accept this statement once you are stabilizing in stillness. Once you stabilize in stillness, you are already conscious, and your consciousness starts listening silently and starts waking up also silently. So the entire truth about yourself remains unknown to you within duality at the personality level. Once your consciousness is conscious of itself through stillness, very easily your consciousness starts knowing its source, from where it happens, and how the duality happens, and how the movie goes on spontaneously. And as an observer, you have got to know involvement with the observed movie within duality. Even now, you can remain free from the perceived show. Once you stabilize in stillness and observe silently whatever that is moving within duality, it's not you. Again and again, you are accepting something which is not you as yourself. Then how can you remain peaceful? You want remedy also. Without knowing the non-dual observer in you, where's the remedy? Even your eyes are open, your consciousness is sleeping through identifications. Just now you are free from the movie. The movie goes on in a different dimension, at a different speed. You cannot predict anything here because there's no reality. There's no reality within movement. That which does not move, that which does not change, is ever present. That's the highest truth. That is none other than yourself. It is none other than you. The drawback is you neither remain conscious of yourself nor observe silently. In both the ways you are trapped. You find difficult to stay beyond words. You find more difficult to observe silently. Then how will you wake up? How will you know the reality about yourself? You take the words to be real. So you go on talk endlessly. It's okay. At least now start staying beyond words and know the unexplainable beauty in you which is beyond words. The highest potential in you remains unknown to you because of continuous usage of words and continuous identification which is not yourself. Why you identify things to be yourself because you are yet to stay beyond identification, yet to know that you are prior to identification. As long as you identify yourself to be the matter, you start comparing, competing, and remain totally restless. You are beyond matter. Matter appears, moves, and disappears. You neither appear nor disappear, and you are ever here. I am telling you that you are only perceiving a movie throughout the waking state. And none of the show perceived are real because they are continuously changing. Can real change itself? Because every movement, every object within space, within dualities, by the continuous flow of elements, by the continuous interaction of the elements at a greater speed, the movie goes on in duality spontaneously, like your breathing, which happens spontaneously, like your heartbeat, which goes on spontaneously. Exactly here, every movement is spontaneously happening, and you are none of the movements that happen. Though you are the highest truth and you are the only truth, you fail to know about yourself. Why? You are the only truth. Without yourself, there is nothing here. And whatever that happens here is only by your consciousness. And your consciousness is the source of entire objects within space. And you are more than consciousness, the eternal observer. And nothing has never happened to you. You are yet to know the exact reality about you. You cannot know anything about your supreme truth as long as you are identifying things which are not you. Your identification itself is due to ignorance. You are the unmoving, unchanging, ever-present truth beyond duality. By not knowing your unmoving and unchanging highest reality within you beyond duality, you are continuously trapped by whatever that moves, whatever that changes within duality, which is not you. Listen to the teaching deeply. Your consciousness might start awakening. You are the unmoving, unchanging reality beyond duality. And whatever that appears within duality is constantly changing. Why are you identifying yourself? Changing movie to be yourself? Because you are yet to know the non-dual observer in you. The only solution is to know the observer in you, because you are continuously deceived by the observed show. I tell you, throughout the waking state, only an unreal show is going on by the spontaneous interaction of elements, which is not you. You are neither the element nor the movement. You are the constant observer beyond movement. I am not telling any story here. I am telling the exact fact about yourself. Why you are made to close your eyes now? Only then you are free from the perceived show and you are able to abide in stillness and know the stillness in you constantly. When eyes are closed, you are free from the show. So nothing affects you now. Your non-dual begins here in absolute stillness. Your consciousness starts waking also. But you never stabilize here, never stay here. Immediately you want to know what happens within duality. Nothing is happening. There are no person here. The spontaneous interaction of the elements makes you believe as if everything is real. And you neither know that everything is happening, even the elements are happening only out of your light of consciousness. You are more than duality, more than object, more than the form, more than the movement, and you are ever in the nectar state. And how do you fall a prey to a show which is happening spontaneously by the interaction of the elements? I tell you, none of the movements are yourself. None of the objects are yourself. None of the happenings are yourself. Because everything is happening only out of yourself. But none of the perceived show is real. First, you must be conscious of yourself. By staying beyond words and knowing the stillness within. This is the first step. Now, in this first step itself, in this stillness, there's no movement. There's neither object nor any movement within. By continuously abiding here, your consciousness gets to know that it is only the light within, out of which every object is appearing, reflecting within space. Your consciousness unnecessarily and unknowingly getting trapped by whatever that is perceived initially, now it starts waking up. How? By staying beyond words. Because truth is also beyond words. If you want to know the truth about yourself, stay beyond words. If you do not want to know the truth about yourself, go on, talk, endlessly. That's all, finished. Choice is yours. To know the absolute truth in you or to remain disturbed continuously within duality. Your consciousness never knows that it is only a movie or a dream that is going on in space. Whatever that is perceived within space, they appear and disappear at a greater speed. Each and every object appears and disappears at an unexplainable speed just now, and none of the object which is reflected in space is real. The only way to know that nothing is real within space is to dive deeply and be with yourself constantly, so that one day you will know that out of the light within you only everything is reflected in space. Light is within and its reflections are within space. Like exactly how you perceive yourself in a mirror where the image is reflected. You see yourself in the mirror exactly, but there's no reality in it. You are deceived by the reflection of yourself in the mirror. Exactly here, you are continuously deceived by the reflection of light within yourself, as you are yet to turn inward to know from where everything happens, everything appears. Yourself contains all. Only out of light every matter is reflected. Just now, every matter, whether it's living or non-living, when the space itself appears only out of your consciousness. Once you are conscious of yourself, simultaneously space and every object appears in no time. So you cannot make any difference between what is perceived and yourself, because simultaneously both are happening. Your form and all form within space. So you are continuously deceived within duality, as you are yet to know the non-dual truth in you. By abiding in this stillness constantly, your consciousness, which is beyond words and beyond movement, starts merging totally within the source of awareness. Once your consciousness starts merging in the source itself, then there's no movement. And there's no movement, there's no matter. And there's no matter, there's no world also. Just now, your consciousness is merging in totality with the source. So you are free from all movements, free from all stories perceived or heard. You are totally free inwardly already. The most simplest thing is to know what you are. You need not spend money. You need not move here and there. You don't have any, you need not require any knowledge also to know yourself. Just abiding in stillness and observing silently is more than enough. Why not you abide in stillness? Why not you observe silently? Your determination is to know what you are exactly. You will not stay away from stillness. You will stabilize in stillness and get to know what you are. Nothing can prevent your knowing about your supreme truth. Unnecessarily, you are giving examples that you are unable to know the truth because of such and such a reason. I know what you are, and I tell you that there is no truth higher than you and nothing greater than you. What more statement you need from the source? Even after hearing this statement, you are not ready to wake up, still sleeping. I tell you, you contain the highest truth within you just now. You can't miss it because you don't stabilize in the stillness. So you are continuously missing yourself and continuously dragged down by the perceived show. None of your worries are real. None of your tensions are real. When are you going to wake up? I am giving you all the clues to wake up, and I am giving you all the tips also to wake up. And I am telling you that you are already the truth. That one sentence is enough for you to wake up. Oh my, I am the greatest truth. Why not me find out the truth which is within me right now? Once you love yourself, once you value yourself, once you respect yourself, immediately you start knowing yourself. There's no compromise about it. Knowing the truth. You are already the truth. You need not become the truth. You have to free yourself from the perceived show. You are not yet free. Why? Because your identification is so strong. Then how will you remain free from the show? Each of you have so many stories which are not real. Once you know that there is nothing real, whatever you talk is only about a story, then you start giving importance to yourself. I am not interested in listening to your stories. I know millions of stories about yourself. My only job is to wake up and shake you up from the non-existing stories and the non-existing show and make you aware of what you are exactly. You are an emperor. You have completely forgotten about yourself. You start begging within duality. You do not know that only out of yourself the world is happening, out of yourself only entire cosmos are happening, out of yourself only each and every object is happening just now. You are the source. You do not know the highest value about yourself because you never value yourself. You are beyond matter. When are you going to value yourself? When are you going to wake up? I tell you that there's no thing greater than you. Now tell me which is greater than you. Tell me which is greater than you. Why not you know about your greatness? Which is preventing you? You are preventing it because there's no person here. If your intention is to know what you are exactly, truth is open here now and you are already in it. Why not you wake up and know? You cannot wake up as long as you are identifying the movie to be real. You can wake up only when you give importance to yourself. The movie happens within space, but you are beyond space, prior to space. Why you are made to close your eyes? With eyes open, you are continuously trapped down by whatever that is appearing, moving within space. I make you aware that you are already prior to space. With eyes open, you are perceiving space and all objects in space. How to know that you are beyond space? Just now, by closing eyes, you are beyond space. I say go inwardly. That means closing your eyes, knowing the peace within. Peace is beyond matter. Peace is beyond movement. So inwardly means staying beyond space where there's no movement. Truth is inward. It is already inside within you. That means only by closing eyes, by transcending this space, you will get to know the truth about yourself. With eyes closed, you are prior to space. Inwardly, you are stabilizing. Stabilizing inwardly means closing eyes and knowing the stillness within constantly. And with eyes open, immediately only space appears and all movie happens. So the truth is within and only an unreal show is going on here within space. But you refuse to close your eyes and go inwardly and continuously throughout the waking state, you move with the outward show to be real, to be real. So you neither go inward and stabilize inwardly to know the truth about yourself, and nor you perceive the unreal show as unreal show. Then how will you remain peaceful? In both the ways you are getting cheated. Though you are already the supreme, how you are getting deceived? In both the ways you are getting cheated. You neither go inward and to know the truth about yourself, nor observe silently without identification the unreal show which is going on. But as you are yet to know the reality within you, you are giving reality to that which is perceived within duality. So you are continuously deceiving only yourself, but yourself contains all. Without yourself, there's nothing here. The entire manifestation, what to say, the entire space is within your consciousness. Without you, there's nothing here. Furthermore, you are the only observer and you only observe. and you are only perceiving the show. Who else observes just now other than you? Why not you value yourself? Why not you give importance to yourself? Listen to my teachings deeply. At any moment you can wake up. You have an empty number of choice to wake up. At any moment, provided you start listening deeply, sincerely. I am not giving any lecture here to pass time. I know you are in timelessness. Value these teachings. Value yourself. Spontaneously, your consciousness starts waking up. You will not get this teaching anywhere because these teachings are coming straight from the source out of compassion. Because I know what you are. You are yet to wake up. Your true nature cannot be described. Then how do you identify yourself as some object or some words? You are beyond words. And you are identifying yourself through words. You are beyond movement. You are identifying all the movements to be real. You are beyond space. But you are accepting whatever that happens within the screen of space to be real. Why? Because you are yet to remain conscious of yourself and yet to wake up. How will you wake up unless you are conscious of yourself? To personality level identity, nothing can be done about you. You remain the same, talking about mundane things and sleeping conveniently and remaining struggle. That's all. There's no solution at the personality level. Your consciousness just now. Consciousness means knowing the peace within. Once you start knowing the peace within, you don't require any words. In stillness, beyond words, you know that you exist. You know that you are. What more knowledge you need except your self-knowledge? Your presence is more than enough because in your consciousness only entire world is reflecting in space just now. But for you, there's no world. You contain all. Still you remain begging. It is like an emperor begging on a street, not knowing his richness. Exactly here, you are all begging at the identification level, not knowing out of your consciousness only, everything is appearing here. Your consciousness is the source of the entire objects within space. So first start knowing the peace within, and abide here. Settle here. Stabilize here. Now you are observing the stillness within. You are more than stillness. Even with the eyes open, the stillness is there. Out of the stillness only, every object appears, moves. Stillness is the base. So you cannot miss the stillness, even with eyes open. Once you miss the stillness within, with eyes open, that shows you are getting caught by the identification. That's all, finished. Why do you get identified with things which is not you? Because you are yet to know the stillness constantly within you. Stillness is not an object to appear and disappear. It is there very much continuously. How do you miss it? Once you identify things which are not you, you remain worried. At present, the truth about yourself begins in this stillness. I am taking you directly to the stillness and making you aware of the stillness. Why not you settle here? Without settling here, how will you wake up? How will you get to know the truth about yourself? Truth is here, open, and you are already in it, but still you remain ignorant about yourself. To that extent, you are identifying things which is not you, which are not you, as you are yet to know the stillness within. The truth about yourself begins here. Why not you settle here? That's my question. I am not giving any theory. Practically, I am making you aware of the stillness. Even with eyes open, it is there. You can know the stillness provided you stay free from identifications and free from words. Now you are observing silently. Why not you observe the same way even with eyes open? And use words only when it is essential. Use minimum words. The world gives you so many things. Make use of the world and remain silent and observe silently. Very easily you can wake up. Because you are already that. The truth is within. And you are already in it. But you are continuously identifying yourself with the perceived show throughout the waking state. This has happened to me, this should not have happened to me. This has happened to me, this should not have happened to me. So you go on identifying as if all things are real. Can real change itself? Then with what you are identifying yourself? Which is not yourself. Then how will you wake up? Truth is not somewhere to reach or attain. You are already in it. And you are already the truth. You can wake up and know that you are already the truth only when you start yourself freeing from the perceived show and start knowing the observer in you. You are the constant observer, the eternal observer, the ultimate observer. Just now, just observe silently and stay beyond words and use words only when it is essential. Rest of the time, observe silently. Your consciousness wakes up once it is free from the perceived show. Because there's nothing to describe, nothing to compete, and nothing to compare. Because your consciousness knows that everything is by itself. Can you compete with yourself? Can you compare with yourself? Because you alone prevail here. Only out of your consciousness, the entire episode or movie is going on. And the movie is also not by you, it is by the play of elements. Better start knowing the unmoving stillness in you. That's the only remedy, that's the only solution for you to wake up from the perceived show and know the highest truth about yourself, the greatest truth about yourself, that you are the non-dual observer and you are beyond birth and death and nothing has happened to you. And you are ever, ever, ever in an unexplainable, indescribable highest state. You are the peak of the truth, the pinnacle of the truth. Better wake up and know I am here always to help you, to make you aware of your supreme richness. Just now, be with me through stillness and know what you are.